All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Taryn Strickland. I am co-chair of the North Carolina Athletic Trainers Association PR Committee. And for National Athletic Training Month this year, we are going to be talking to a couple of different athletic trainers in the state who are in less traditional athletic training settings. So we are here today with Joshua Williams. So Joshua, if you will just introduce yourself, let us know where you work, where you're located. That would be great.
Got you. My name is Joshua Williams. I am an athletic trainer at Frito Lay, Charlotte through Pivot Healthcare. But we have another company, Pivot Onsite Innovations, that actually employs me. And we contract with different companies around the country for athletic trainers.
Okay, awesome. Will you just expand upon kind of your company a little bit and what they do?
Yeah, so they provide physical therapy, athletic trainers, occupational therapists, all types of stuff. But I work in the on-site innovations division, which we go out to different companies like Gatorade, and we do construction companies and Frito Lay and all types of like companies you probably wouldn't think would want athletic trainers. But yeah, it's pretty much what I do, providing healthcare for the team members, and also a part of my job is doing preventative measures as well, trying to prevent injuries and also promote wellness with the team members as well.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much. Just tell us a little bit about your background, as an athletic trainer, whether your schooling, previous jobs, just kind of some things you've done in the past.
Nice. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where I was born and raised. I went to school at UNCG, University of North Carolina at Greensboro. In undergrad, I majored in kinesiology with a concentration in sports medicine, and also went there for grad school and got my master's in athletic training. And my first job out of school was with Guilford College, a Division III school in Greensboro. And then my second job was with William and Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I covered their track and field and baseball team.
Awesome. So what sort of triggered your, transition kind of away from the sports setting to the more corporate setting?
When I was in grad school, my first year, one of my professors, his wife came to speak to us about industrial athletic training. She was a former athletic trainer for Frito Lay, I believe, up in Connecticut. And she was just, telling us about the job and, how it was different from sports. And it always like piqued my interest. So I always kept in the back of my head that if an opportunity came up for that position, I would apply for it. And last summer, after I was finished for the school year with William and Peace, I was just, looking up jobs, just looking, and I saw that Pivot was hiring for an athletic trainer at Frito Lay, and I applied and heard all about the job, and I wanted to try and see what it was about, and I'm loving it so far.
Awesome. So we've kind of touched on my next question a bit, about your current job setting, but just, I know you mentioned to me that you work second shift. What does your day look like? What's a normal day for you?
Yeah, so my shift is Monday through Thursday. I work 4 p.m. to midnight. And on Fridays, I work 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And usually a regular day for me, I go in, it always begins with checking emails and going through, checking patient documentation from if they went to the doctor, just checking to see, because we have another athletic trainer who works day shift, and I check her emails so we can like pass off and make sure we're on the same page about everything. One part of my job is the floor walks, where I pretty much just walk the plant floor or the warehouse floor, talking to team members, checking to make sure everything's in place, making sure nothing's a hazard for anybody. Another part of my job is doing job coaching. So if I see someone, lifting something incorrectly, like using their back more than their knees, I can go and coach them up a little bit, just tell them or suggest them to do things this way or try it a different way to avoid any injuries. Another part of my job that I enjoy is doing, for our new hires, we do these things called performance optimization. We have a performance optimization program, POP for short. And on their first day, they come in and we just do like a small evaluation on them, testing their upper body strength, lower body strength, their balance, and testing their grip strength, just to see if there's any deficiencies that we can find. So before they go out to the floor, we can give them tips and stuff on how to prevent injuries. Like if they have tight hamstrings, we'll show them a couple of hamstring stretches and all that type of stuff. And another big part of my job is doing prevention and wellness. So we have wellness programs. We try to do one every quarter, just promoting wellness, like promoting hydration or promoting heart health and all that type of stuff. Just trying to get everybody on the same page about safety and, you know, living correctly, living well,
Right.
promote life and also prevent injuries at work.
Awesome. That's so cool. So my next question, which again, you may have kind of answered some of these already, but, and this can be like personally for you or just like in the day-to-day functions, but what are the biggest differences between, your current position and, your more traditional, like working with sports teams, those types of positions?
The biggest difference that I had to learn was usually when you're working at like a college, you're waiting for athletes to come to you and let them know, let you know that they're injured. For this job, people come to you when they're injured, but the injuries aren't as often. So
Okay.
you have to go out and, talk to the employees. It's the same thing, just getting them to trust you, getting to know them a little bit. So if they do have injuries, they feel comfortable coming to you and, you can lay hands on them without them being worried about something. So another part of my job that's a lot different is you're not working with an athletic population. So, working with athletes, they want to get back out on the floor, they want to get back on the court, but working in this setting is more of this population, they're not as knowledgeable about, like anatomy and their body and everything. So it's a lot of education and teaching them ways to stretch, teaching them ways how to, home manage their pain when they're at home. So when they do come in, we might see a little progress and I can, help them with their pain as well. Another big part is sometimes certain treatments that we can't do due to OSHA. So sometimes as an athletic trainer working in sports, you might want to go all out for this athlete and try to throw everything at their injury to try and get them back on.
Mhm.
Here is mainly just like a lot of first aid stuff. So you have to kind of just be careful, like what you say, what you do, because you don't want to get yourself in trouble, but it's still a fulfilling job because you're educating somebody about their body and, you're trying to get them back healthy.
Yeah. Awesome. So as an athletic trainer, with kind of that initial sports background, and it seems like you do, but do you feel pretty well suited for this position? Are these skills that you feel like transfer naturally?
Oh yeah, they transfer naturally as well. Obviously, I was like working a basketball or football game. You always got to be on your toes because the injury can happen at any time. Same thing working in the industrial setting. An injury can happen at any time, at any moment. So you have to always be on your toes, and being an athletic trainer, you have to adapt to different things. So you got to find different ways to do different things, and just going out to the floor, you get to talk to a lot of people, get to know them, and so I think that's one thing that made me well suited for this job. Just being able to adapt to changes and um, you know, just be on your toes at all times because any type of injury, we had a lot of serious injuries happen. So you always got to be on your toes and always think a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, great. So what advice do you have for someone who might be kind of thinking about making this transition, from the athletic setting to the more industrial or corporate setting?
I would say definitely one tip is I'm more of like a real low key person, and in this job you kind of have to like to get buy-in from management. You got to like promote yourself, put yourself out there. So with this job, I've definitely learned how to put myself out there and promote myself, and try and play the office game, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
So, it's just about going out, getting to know people, getting out and talking, and just getting out of your shell, getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, those are all of my sort of, formal questions, but is there anything else you want to share with us? Best part of your position, worst part of your position, anything at all?
Honestly, the best part of my job is just going out, getting to know the team members and employees, and just not talking to them about work, just getting to know them, asking them questions about their life. Because I've gotten to know a lot of people there, and it's interesting to know a lot of people have like second businesses going while they work, especially people who work second and third shift. They have a lot of second, like a lot of things going on outside of this job that they're trying to pursue. Like some people have catering businesses. There's one guy's trying to start an academy. I've donated to that because I like what he's doing. And then, just getting to know everybody and just learning about different people.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that is all I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And we will be posting this soon on our YouTube and social media, so keep an eye out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you.